Yes, this is an unboxing, but I had to show you this lovely area that this machine came from. And it came from Denis. This particular machine that we're going to unbox belonged to his grandmother. And apparently Denis's mom is a real faithful follower of mine. And in watching all the videos said, "Denis, make sure you tell Scott you want to do an unboxing on our machine." So that's what we're doing. Yes, ma'am. But this is a lovely picture of Manchester, New Hampshire. If you've never been to that neck of the woods before. And I should do that more when machines come in, kind of share a little bit about that particular location of the country, or the world for that matter. And a real quick, see if I can pull it up here. Trying to pull it up, folks. Bear with me for a second. You can look at that beautiful cityscape there in the meantime. So Manchester, New Hampshire, as recently as 1905, was the largest textile producing city in the world. And there are mills in that area, Muskegon mills, and I'm probably totally destroying the pronunciation of that. But they were responsible for weaving and dyeing mostly wool products, and their products were so well made that the Queen of England bought her socks from those mills in the Manchester, New Hampshire area. How cool is that? So the Queen has real warm feet because of the great work of those mills out in Denis's neck of the woods. So, at any rate, just a little clip it on Manchester, New Hampshire. Now we're going to get over to this machine, which you can see Denis did watch the video, and I'm guessing we're going to be pretty impressed with this packing job. So let's get into it. And of course the music ends right as I'm beginning to start. And you're probably saying, well, Scott, if you had a little bit more brevity, you probably would have lasted, the music would have lasted longer, my friend. So let's, I don't know why, but when I think of New Hampshire, I think of the East Coast, kind of a seafaring area. So let's put a little bit of a sea ritual on, which has kind of a dramatic feel to it. Are you ready? All right, mateys. Looks like Denis also used zip ties all the way around, so I've got to go after those now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut them or not. They may be too heavy. Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit too heavy. So we will try another method here. And that may not work either. Denis, you got some good ties on here, my friend, but that's okay. I made it wide enough that I can cut it off at least. And I've only got, what, 5 more of these to do. Ah! That is a hardcore tie, man. Alright, get a little bit of a gap behind there, then I think we can get the scissors in and cut it, hopefully. this one is even harder. Good Lord. All right, only 4 more to go. And then I may take a break. No, that one broke. That one broke right off with the, that's what I was hoping to do with this originally, with this screwdriver, is be able to just pop them off, but apparently I had the wrong angle, so. Well, that was some dramatic music for my very weak attempt to try to break these cable ties. Good Lord. These suckers are strong. I don't think there's any risk of these coming loose, that's for sure. Now that one just flew somewhere. I have no idea where it went. I'll find it later. Holy mackerel. Dennis, what are you doing, my friend? He's going to make his own video on. Alright, I'm going to follow Scott's principles of packing, but I'm going to add cable ties and make it quite an interesting unboxing. Alright, let's see what we get this time. Here we go. One more. I got to put some music on for this last one. What do we got here? That'll work. I have no idea where these are launching. I've lost most of them. Woo! Alright, let me turn it like this. Out my poor buggy. Alright, let's see what we have inside, folks. Again, this was Denis's grandmother's machine. Dennis, I'm going to be finding cable ties for probably weeks. Thanks. All right, we found a cord. Oh no, this isn't a cord. These are additional cable ties. Additional cable ties. I don't know if I'll use these, Dennis, but thank you. Thank you for providing them. All right, let's keep on digging here. I wonder if I didn't do real good research and if Manchester, New Hampshire is also known for cable ties. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Again, thinking of New Hampshire on East Coast, kind of the sea area in that, I got to put on the U.S. Naval choral group. And this is obviously Spanish Ladies, U.S. Naval Academy. I played this before in another premiere. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. All right, here we go. Kind of lean it so you can look inside a little bit with me. So he's added these as additional barriers around the... They're getting excited. Watch out, folks. And this is clever. Look at this. A little bit of a gap point on here. So he kind of filled it in with these extra pieces and glued them in, or either glued them or taped them in or something. See? My naval friends are getting very excited. I had to turn them down a little bit. And yes, they mentioned England, and that wasn't by mistake. Remember, the Queen bought the socks from Manchester, New Hampshire, for goodness sakes. That's pretty cool. Ladies of Spain. Come on, Bill, sing with me. We're getting close, folks. We're getting semi-close. Yeah, I could have been in the naval choir. That would have been fun. All right, I need more motivational music. I am still trying to get enough out of here that I can pull this mystery machine out that belonged to Denis's grandmother. Now let's do smooth sailing, and this is a guitar version. Here we go. Oh yeah. Denis, I bet you like puzzles. I can only imagine you like puzzles. Yep, you like puzzles. We're getting close, but we're not there yet, folks. Tiny little pieces are a hoot. He had these little, Denis had these little gaps that he wanted to fill as he was going around. Again, what did I say? Make it a single unit. So when you want to make it a single unit, you grab every little piece you can and tuck them in there, just like a puzzle, so that there's no gap points. So, well done. Did you count how many loads so far? I have no idea. We're getting close. Yes. All right, I'm almost to the box. I'm almost to the box. You could make something out of these. I've got to think about something. Could probably donate them to a high school, and when they do like a NASA history training type class project or whatever, they could probably make the Apollo 13 out of that stuff. I'm not surprised. All right, now I got to try to get a grip on this box in here. I'll show you how deep this container is, and I don't know that I'm going to use the same container that Denis did. It's a little bit bigger than my standard container, so we'll see. And now I got to try to lift this puppy out of here. So. Oh, good Lord. I'm going to set this down just temporarily. Well, I just found another cable tie. Dr. Singer, you look for the rest of them while I'm finishing this up, would you? Now I have to decide which, Denis didn't write top or bottom on this, so I have to decide whether I'm opening it upside down or right side up. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right, let's work it from this side. I think I'll try to take it out the side. That way we can kind of get a pre-look. Oh, geez, I'm not paying attention. I just noticed Denis used a box that has my name on it. Was that an accident, or was that just the box was the right fit? What do you think? Scott's Professional Backpack something or other. I'm guessing you use it to kill weeds. It must be a weed killing system. Cool. All right, let's rotate this like this and get this end. Okay. Just when you thought you were done with these little foam squares, they're here again. It's like the Twilight Zone. You are now entering a dimension where we just can't get rid of these things. Ah! All right, what do we have here? This must be, I'm assuming this must be a foot controller. We will see, we will find out. And now I can see kind of what direction we're working with. So, let's turn it like this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it out. Not sure I'm going to be able to pull it out this side, which would be ideal if I could. Turn it towards you folks so you can kind of see what I'm contending with. Can you see in there? Here we've got our machine that's visible now. I think we'll be able to pull it out through the side, so I won't have to cut through the top or anything, which will be, I think that'll be better. So I'm just going to work these loose. And I'm guessing we should be able to just slide it out, but I need some sliding music. Duh! What do we got here? This next one is called Island Wave. Island Wave. Let's see what this is about. Ooh, that's kind of a... It's helping me relax after all those cubes! Those foam cubes! Let's do it this way. It's funny, you're pulling on this and then the box is moving and it's like, hey, I'm not making any progress. What's going on? Alright, I'm going to have to cheat. I think I will open up the top. It must be catching on something on the bottom. Or on the top, maybe. Let's try it one more time. I'm going to see if I can just slide it right out. See that? Kids, if you're watching with Grandma, never give up, because if it doesn't work the first time, it may not work the second time, but it'll work the third time. It'll definitely work the third time. Maybe. And there's our B for the back, so we know that if we turn it around, we should have an F for the front. Does that look familiar at all? I think Dennis definitely watched the packing video, more so than my friends that recently sent me that 1885 machine from England. My friends in the United Kingdom need to start watching packing videos. Right, Dennis? Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's start working through the layers of this. And I think we will use our small scissors, at least to start. On the back of the machine, I think. Yeah, then we're going to go to the big scissors. That's harder to cut than I realized. Again, angle them away from the machine as you're coming through. Well, Dennis, you've done a phenomenal packing job. Even with your tormenting little foam cubes that never seem to go away! Jeez, I'm going to get myself coughing here. That's funny. But you know what? When you've got resources like that, why not use them? And Dennis did a real good job of puzzle piecing them around the machine to create an exterior shell, and made it a single unit so that his grandmother's machine had the best protection possible, which is what our goal is. making progress. Let's just get a little bit more music on. This is called Sailor's Lament. Sailor's Lament. We'll see what this is about. Well, I had at least 1 or 2 requests. The last time I did that real long packing video showing Tammy Cooper's bentwood cover that we were preparing to send back out with her 1591 to Ohio. A couple of people said you should do an unpacking video. Here it is. Because Dennis has done a real good job of following my method. So what you see me doing and unpacking it is what you'll want to do if you receive a machine back from me or from someone else that uses my method. Grab a different pair of scissors. I'm actually dulling those scissors. Get ready for the bubble wrap. Over here somewhere. That contrast is kind of cool, isn't it? The green and the orange. I'm liking that. And there's our little crowning piece right there that Dennis did. Looks like one, what do we have? And this is a thinner bubble wrap than I used, but it's still nonetheless 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers. But you can see it's just it's a different style. I mean, they probably make about 1 million different bubble wrap styles. So it's still going to afford a good amount of protection with those 8 layers. So, let's see, I think I'm almost out of C-type music here. What do we have? Girls Say? Girls Say. Okay, let's try this one. The title of this is called Girls Say. S-A-Y, say. Here we go. No idea what this is. Oh, we got far enough down, I'm separated from the base. All right. This to the side. That's fun. Move this off the edge there. See that? Since 1898. Well, that's impressive, but our machine that we just showed is actually older. So this is some sort of copy paper. And look at the corrugation on this bottom piece that Denis used to create extra padding. Can you see that? Very good idea. Very good idea. All right, we're down to the orange. Some reason that feels like a victory. We're down to the orange. You might have to do this in 2 premieres. I'm joking. We'll get it done. All right. Kind of pulling it away from the machine as I'm cutting down, because I'm going through probably about 6 to 8 layers of Denis's bubble wrap. There we go. All right, I'm gonna look for some other music while you're counting the layers. I don't know if you can count them from where you're at or not, but start on the left side and then go to the right. Let me know how many layers. If you actually get it, type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Alright, so that search was sailing. Now what else can we do? Navy? Should we type in Navy? Really the Navy Yards are more to the south of New Hampshire, around Williamsburg, right? In that neck of the woods? Well, we'll put on some more C-type Navy style music. Oh, the U.S. Naval Academy came up again with Spanish Ladies. I don't know that I'll play it again. All right, this one is called Fallen Soldier. Here we go. Which may be me. I may be the fallen soldier after I get done unpacking Denis's machine. He's done a fantastic job. Oh, I'm starting to see what it is now. Aha! Deutsche Republik. Das Maschine ist sehr schön, sehr fantastisch. Super duper. Was ist los? Ich weiß nicht. All right, I'd like a haircut and just a little bit off the top, please. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Ah, ha, ha, ha! Shazam! Or as Gomer would say, golly! A fun song. Kind of ended a little bit too soon. Then again, when you're going through an unboxing like this, any song, pretty much, is going to end too soon. Okay, so this next one is by the United States Naval Academy choral group, and it's called Jack Tar. Jack Tar. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Come on, dance with me. It's a premiere, for goodness sakes. All right, back to work, Scott. I heard you, Dr. Singer. That was my official break. He's a taskmaster. He is. Aha! Now you want to know whether or not Dennis did a good job of making it a single unit. And remember I was talking about when you're strapping it down with a stretch wrap and then you're adding the tape over that you should make it nice and snug. We have a permanent imprint in here of the balance wheel. Can you see it? That's cool. I may keep this. Dennis, I'm not giving it back. I mean, this is something I may be able to sell on eBay. I think if you just look real close, I think it looks a little bit like Elvis. I think that looks like, yeah, that's definitely, yep, that's Elvis. It's mine. You're not getting it back. Oh, we are so close. We're so close. Well, you can see it now, can't you? Which way I'm zooming here? Oh, wrong way. Yep, that is definitely a German. Pfaff. Yeah, I lived in Germany for 3 years. I'm going to say Pfaff, even if the rest of you are saying Pfaff, like Aflac. It's definitely a Pfaff 230, made in Germany, and it weighs almost as much as the country of Germany, literally. Okay. And you notice that Dennis used some painter's tape to secure different points of the machine. Usually the reason that I do it is because the machine is threaded up. This machine is not threaded up, but still it helps to anchor like the spool pins that are pivoty and that, so that they're not potentially bouncing around and can get damaged. So that's always a good idea to anchor stuff down. Yeah, I've got to show you the pile of packing stuff I have. Before the premiere ends, just remind me in the chat. Okay, this one is the midshipman something or other. Eternal Father strong to probably sailors, but I can't read the rest of it. Okay, this is clever too. I don't know if you can see it or not, but Dennis kind of molded it around the base of the machine too, down here, with more of these doggone foam things. Will it never end? Ah! And you can see, even making it as thick as he did, these bottom feet that are part of the 230 design. Whoops, sorry. I tripped over some of the bubble wrap. Let's see, let's come out right about there. So I'm going to kind of tilt Dennis's machine back a little bit on my pillow. And you can see he put this on the bottom, but see right here and here, you can actually see where the camera is getting kicked over again. You can actually see where the pedestal feet pressed all the way through. Right there. And right there. I should say almost all the way through. Almost all the way through. So that's why you want to protect the bottom of machines that have the pedestal molded feet, because otherwise they can take a jolt and get snapped off while they're being shipped. Oops. There we go. Here again, you can see the weight of the machine, how it just basically created a mold impression of the different curvatures of the bottom of the machine and the mechanics of the machine. No, I think that's looking a little bit, that's not looking like Elvis, but that might be looking like something else famous. Maybe John Lennon sewing at a Foff machine. What do you think? All right, I'm going to show you both. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, this is the bottom of Denis's molded thing. I'm going to put them side by side. I think we're talking virtually identical. All right. Yeah, yeah. I can't even tell the two apart. I mean, they're, yeah. Here. See what I'm saying? Man, oh man, I might really do some eBay listing here. You never know. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, and this is the Midshipman Gleek Club singing Navy Blue and Gold. Navy Blue and Gold. So any of you folks that are former Navy, get ready to stand up, because I think this is definitely a stand up and cheer type song. Are you ready? Well, it's kind of a it's a reserved cheer. Just wait for it. It'll build. It'll build. I'm going to kind of zoom in on these pedestal feet so you can kind of see them. If I can get past this mound of packing material. So there's one of the feet right there that Denis was trying to protect. Don't you love those dual cleated belts? Just awesome. There's part of the other pedestal foot there on the back of the machine. And if we go across, another one there. And last but not least, where'd it go? You can run, but you can't hide. Aha! Right there. So yeah, it really is, it's essential that as you're packing a machine like this that you take into account, because these are basically cast, and casting can break off. This one looks like it may have gotten a little bit of damage either previously or maybe in shipment. You can just see where it's kind of degrading there. I think we have the same thing. Yeah, a little bit on that edge. But they didn't break off, so that's really, really good. Because that's another repair unto itself. All right, let me set this back up. I don't think I've ever heard that naval song before. That's awesome. As some of you know that have followed me a long time, because I did share at one point about 3-4 years ago about my dad's passing, and I shared a little bit about him being a Marine and my mom being a Marine, and that's where they met. But growing up with Marines, you learn a lot about the Navy too. And I had an uncle who was in the Navy, so I don't know. I look at it like this. Rivalries between branches of service is just a given, and I think it's real good and healthy. I know when I was at West Point Military Academy, every year when we were getting ready to have the football game at Mikey Stadium, whether we were playing Navy or we were playing Air Force, there were always all kinds of games going on with, you know, someone trying to steal, you know, this mascot from the other team. And I remember when we played Navy, they came up the Hudson with some pretty large naval vessels. And then when we played Air Force decided to buzz over the academy and kick their afterburners in, so the glass on buildings was going like this. So yeah, that type of rivalry between branches of service, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. All right, Grand Navy Plaza. Grand Navy Plaza. Sounds like we're going shopping almost. All right, our last little bit. All right, let's come off the tripod. If like, after I get done popping all the bubble wrap with my feet here. Hang on, almost done. All right, so this is Dave's. This is Dennis's. Very cool. Off 230, belonged to his grandmother. Yeah, these are kind of gummed up a little bit. We'll have to work those loose, huh? You have to work those loose. That's okay. That was a fun little song, wasn't it? See how those work? If you've never seen these up close before, there's a little spring that has reverse torque on it, so you can rotate them up and down and then they snap back into place. It's almost kind of like the equivalent of a kickback spring for a spool pin. But I know I'm getting distracted. It happens. All right, the next one is Yankee Doodle. Why not? Let's end this with Yankee Doodle. And if you want to sing, it's perfectly okay. We do all kinds of ridiculous things on this channel, as we should. Yes, I am literally hanging upside down right now to get this shot for you. Yankee Doodle Dandy. I can't prove it, but this may have been used as a pickup song back in the day. I mean, talking about Yankee Doodle and Dandy and girls with their fancy and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. All right, and it looks like we have a little bit of damage, I'm guessing, that's been there for a long time. Remember I talked about one of the areas I protect on machines when I'm shipping them is the plastic plug-in point, as I showed you on that 1591 that we sent out to Tammy, and I'm guessing this has been broken for quite some time. See, it's all cracked away there, but still the prongs are, yeah, the prongs are kind of jiggly too. I'll have to check that real carefully. I could have just shot it this way so I didn't have to hang upside down, but what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? Whoa! Tried to go too close and the camera said, don't think about it, my friend. It looks like somebody attempted maybe some sort of a repair back here at one time. I'm not sure if that'll come off or not. Really kind of the neat thing about working with FOF machines like this is when you've got this kind of a flat patina, it's a lot easier to do some general cleanup without having to invest as much time in getting it you know, all shiny and stuff. So that's our needle threader, which the spring seems to be working fine. Presser foot. And this is just, if you're not familiar with the 230s, because you're looking at this and you're going, is that a direct drive type machine? The answer is no. This is actually a cover right here that covers the housing and the belt. You can see the belt just peeking through, sort of, if it focuses. You see the belt poking through right there. And I'll have to look and see. I think that belt, you know, at a general glimpse is going to be serviceable, but I'll let Dennis know what I find. And obviously, quite a bit of deep cleaning is going to be needed. You see all that varnishing and all that caramelized buildup on all the moving parts. And this is a cam generated type machine, so going to be pretty essential. Get this thing all cleaned up. Just going to tilt it back. Let me set my camera down real quick. I'll tilt it back just one more time, and you just want to look at that raceway. That raceway looked a little funny when I was doing a general pan of it with the camera. Oh, I see. There's actually some thread that's kind of sticking out, is what I might have caught a glimpse of. Oh, the needle must be, yes, the needle's down. So if you're ever trying to remove a bobbin case and you pop this little release and you're like, geez, it must be stuck. I'm gonna have to send Scott and Hans and Bill a note and ask them, well, how do you unstick a bobbin case when it's stuck in the raceway like that? This is serious stuff. Well, it might be that the needle is down, which it is, into the bobbin case, so it's actually preventing it from coming back up. So you just rotate the hand wheel, and that needle is now up, and now it should come out just as easy as that. I know, it's like magic. How do you do it, Scott? I know, but whatever. Easy when you've got blue screens and green screens and purple screens and all that kind of stuff to make this stuff happen. Yeah. I got to do it. It's almost like a roller coaster. You know when you're going up the roller coaster? You're kind of going up the roller coaster and then you're going to hit the peak and then you're going to come down that steep grade. So just imagine, let's all make like a roller coaster sound effect. Are you ready? You know, oh, yeah. Where else are you going to see silly stuff like this, huh? And if you were wondering, the serial number for a 230 like this is going to be right on the underside front of the bed. So you can see Dennis's serial number there on his grandmother's machine. And again, FOF, like Husqvarna Viking, never did as good of a job in cataloging machine dates and birthdays as Singer did. But you can get some information off the internet. You know, general manufacturing window for the Model 230, etc. So this should make our light come down. Yep, there it is. So I think Denis did a fabulous job of packing and getting his grandmother's machine all the way from Manchester, New Hampshire, all the way to Oconto, Wisconsin. He wasn't intimidated by the task. He watched the videos that I posted, and I think he did a fantastic job of following my packing principles, and even adding a couple new dimensions to the packing as well, like those god-awful foam things that I have. I'll kind of go over here real quick. I have them in my garbage can. I have them over here. I have them in this mound of packing stuff right here. And that's not even all of it. If we, oops, I just stepped on more of that stuff. Come over here, there's more of it over here. See that? So Denis obviously wanted his grandmother's machine to arrive safely, which I commend. And I just don't know what I'm going to do with all this foam stuff. But I'll figure something out. So if you all of a sudden see a lunar module or Apollo 13 type model pop up on eBay for several $1,000s, and it's got a little bit of that orange bubble wrap that's incorporated into it as well, you might be able to say, aha, I think I've seen that before. And that's what we do when we repurpose things, right? We take something that otherwise would be garbage and we make it useful again. No idea what this song is going to be, but it's interesting. All right. So this again is Denis's FOF 230 from Germany. And again, at his mom's request, I have done a full unboxing of Grandma's machine. And she is a beauty, isn't she? And I think right now it's sewing only in reverse, so we're going to have to figure that out too, along with some of the other stuff. So there you go. Another successful unboxing. I'm probably going to take the rest of the day off now. And stay tuned for other great videos. As a matter of fact, this week, I will let you know that we're probably going to be doing premieres for two machines. One is a, what is it called? It's a Ricker 2925 that was used in home economic classes back in the 50s, 60s. And that's going to be eventually heading out to Maria. And then we have also that really cool Czech Republic machine as well that Maria also got. So I'm preparing two machines right now for Maria that are going to be heading all the way out to where she and her husband call home, which is also on the East Coast. And a shameless plug, I believe she said her husband is a retired Navy captain, so I'm sure he's probably enjoyed all of this naval type music that I played in this premiere as well. And I'll have to play some more of that when I do her machine premieres. All right, I'm signing off. Well, that was my finger. Sorry about that. I'm signing off. Denis, thanks for a great packing job. And as soon as I can get an open workbench, I will begin my work and magic on Grandma's FOF 230. All right, God bless, and keep on sewing.